So for the first scenario, an employee with a previous BMI of 40, which would be obese, now has his BMI down to 32 and has been told by his manager that he will receive a financial incentive to get his BMI below 30. Do you guys think that this is a positive or a negative approach to this inclusivity in the workplace? I see a lot of negative. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, but that's what insurance companies use. So that's why we're using BMI. Right. Oh yeah. Muscle weighs more than fat. So BMI is no, it doesn't, which is a big part. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. So we actually have this in here as a negative approach for that exact reason. We just, how many times did Melissa and I say, it's not for lack of trying that most people are overweight or obese. And so in this guy's case, you're absolutely right. To go from a 40 to a 32 is huge. That's awesome. Um, and so for him, that is a healthy weight for him. That alone can get rid of his sleep apnea. A lot of people, it can, at least make their diabetes to where they don't even have to take medication for it. It can reduce the blood pressure, the cholesterol. It can take care of all of that. So to tell him, but it's not good enough. We'll pay you money if you can get it just a little bit lower. That is going to make him so discouraged emotionally. It beats him up. It puts a huge, like Melissa said, we can't be perfect. So it puts a huge pressure on him that, God forbid, he eats a cookie. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Now I'm not going to get that extra money, that my wife wants me to get. So absolutely, that's a negative approach to it.
Button. Um, if this was a scenario that we were talking about, I think when you look at it as an individual, it does seem negative. But if you look at it as a company focused on wellness that says if we can get employees down into this range, it does help reduce health costs, lost wages, blah, blah, blah. But what if so if it was someone who's always had a BMI of 32. And then we say, but anyone who can get it below 30, we'll give an incentive to. It doesn't seem as negative because we're taking out the one individual factor. And I also can't help but question, what if it was cigarette smoking? And someone who just went from 3 packs a day down to 1, but is still smoking that 1 packs a day, do we perceive it as negative to say if you can quit smoking altogether? Because eating is a touchier addiction
Right.
than cigarettes and drugs or alcohol.
The problem is, or the big difference between those two would be that people don't tend to be predisposed to smoke cigarettes. I mean, you can be around your entire family smokes. We have Thanksgiving dinner and then we all go out to smoke together. Yeah, I mean, you can have that kind of influence, but the problem is he cannot change his genes. So to him personally, and you're right, it's because there's an individual factor to it. If Humana came in and said, "Hey guys, anyone who can get their BMI below 30, we're going to give you an extra $500 off your insurance." That's different. That's if you can do it, awesome. But you're not being held under the thumb of somebody saying, "Get it under that. We're going to give you some money." That's what the difference is we don't know because again it's an incomplete study how much of this is just what this guy's predisposed to, so he may not be able to get it below that.
It also it's one have our incentive insurance program giving us payment for getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's actually more or just what this sounds like because then it doesn't have anything to do with our work product.
Right. Right.
It has to do with our health, which yeah kind of has an effect on our product, but he's not what we require.
Right.
So that's my concern with this.
And that was another big part of the scenario is it came from his manager telling him that. It's not the company saying, get it down and
And this is where, why this happened. Like, this could be a presentation, right? And it's about our culture here. And we have bias. We brought assumptions about behaviors and products that's not tied to other attributes, right? And I see this happening, the assumption, work habit, determination, perseverance, like that, their perception that sometimes are taught without demonstrating behavior. And that's what we have to be mindful of, cautious of it, cautious.
And I, just to add to that, the BMI, I've had a problem with the BMI thing for years. I'm obese, according to
right.
when we had Humana. I got tested and I'm obese. According to that chart, I'm not obese anymore. Now I'm fine. But
Right.
the 26, and the thing is, I mean, there was no pinch test. It was just around the waist and my weight and height, and
Right.
that's it. And my understanding is that if you really want an accurate BMI, there needs to be a pinching and the actual fat content, stuff like that. So that's another problem, is that if the test is not accurate, then now you're in a financial situation. So.
Yeah, I mean, and notice
Yeah.
we didn't say anything about this guy's comorbidities. He could be, healthy as a horse,
Right.
but they're only looking at his BMI,
Yeah.
which is not a good judge, as you said. So
Yeah. Because if it's muscle.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Next scenario. Your work environment offers opportunities to be active and have access to good nutrition, such as the YMCA at work, healthy choices in the vending machines. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's any questions about that. Okay. Yeah. We have fabulous prizes also for the people. She's like, do you want to mention the giveaways? Do you want to mention the giveaways? We have some prizes. So you definitely had some good comments on the first one. She's like really excited about these. Christmas morning come early for Melissa. Y'all just humor her. Just show us some big excited faces when you open the boxes. Look, oh, yay! Okay, yay! All right. An employer offers discounts on gym memberships, Fitbits, pedometers, and other items to promote a healthy lifestyle. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Yep. Another pretty straightforward one.
Well, it's not. You mentioned earlier insurance companies not covering certain programs. Have you seen employers start to cover, for example, the medically assisted? Is that something that ever falls into that category? Because gym memberships and all of that are very helpful, but I think sometimes the actual medical program.
So I'm just for our medical program, and I'm pretty certain for most. I know like the YMCA does a diabetes prevention program, and there is some insurance coverage for that. It's few and far between. Everything they do is income based as well for that one, so that's a good program. But for ours, it's not covered. As far as gym memberships and stuff like that, that typically comes from the employer. But what I was saying about that surgery exclusion and all that, that is the employer has shopped for whichever policy they wanted for their employees, and they chose to exclude the bariatric coverage. So there's actually a lot at UPS. They have some policies that exclude it. Ford has some policies that exclude it. So yeah, it's big employers too that chose to do that.
I mean,
Oh, if you guys have it, and then call me if you want to do it. I'm like, shoot, I should have brought some of my cards. I'll give you guys my number so you can all write it down in case you are interested after Kim finds out. I'll hook you up. Okay. And then the last one, in the break room, a manager posts her tried and true process for how she lost weight, and this was done to inspire her staff to lose weight. Is that what I already saw? No. So that's a negative. I kind of gave that one away during my talk. Yeah, just because it was tried and true for you doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. And that's just a slap in the face, especially in the break room where you're probably eating your lunch and all that, like, crying into your food. That manager Pam, lost 80 pounds doing that lemon water diet that I tried to do for 7 months, and I gained weight. So it's negative. It's not good. That's it. That's all our scenarios. Yeah.
So, Director of Diversity and Inclusion holds these lunchtime
Oh, God.
for several years, and has always made them pizza. And so she's scheduled the one for obesity bias, and is about to order the pizza, and says, "Wait a minute, but oh my goodness, am I treating this differently?" I think my approach now is, should I now always serve healthier options for
Yes.
the inclusion where
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We've taught you guys today. Yes.
So even I can make, and I go through this, oh my goodness, and it was this whole, and I sat down with the summer associates who actually delved into enormous research in this area all summer. They said this was fascinating. We've learned so much. And I'm like, okay, so help me. I've always done pizza before. It's an efficient, quick way to grab something. And now I have this topic, and now I'm switching. Is that bad? How is that going to be received? Obviously now, we won't go back, but you have a moment of learning to pause and educate myself on a topic, and I was immersed in it for summer, and that makes me think better about the choices that we're making. So good.
Well, and like you said, that pizza is kind of a quick, easy grab it and have your lunch.
Yeah, I mean, that is a very good point, because every lunch we go to,
Mhm.
every firm meeting basically has bad food. I mean, you get those sandwiches with bread that's thick, just a tiny bit of meat. I mean, and it is hard. It takes tremendous effort to get something fresh. So, all right.
Couldn't agree
So,
more.
so that needs to go up the flagpole.
Yeah.
For all the meetings.
And the cost, I mean, I will say, I had the conversation, it was more expensive to invest in a healthier lunch than it was for a bunch of pizzas, but, it was worth it.